HVAC core removal tool for heating and air conditioning to remove what I call the Schrader valves. If the HVAC guys would actually put the correct terminology, if it is called a Schrader valve in the HVAC, it would be this little valve in the port here, or the valve on the low or the high pressure side. This tool, this valve core removal tool, is an awesome tool to help minimize refrigerant leak, to change it without a lot of detail, a lot of extra work. It just simplifies things. But question here, and the topic here is, as one notes, the location. Why is the location? The location of this particular charging or vacuum port, it looks like the cutoff here is the ball valve here. This is your plunger to go up here to remove the valve core stem. And there's a valve core stem in here as well. So this actually translates into this. But question, why is this located on the front side of the cutoff? My opinion is, and I hope I'm not wrong here, but and again, the experts can add this, but if you have this cut off, you still need to build pressure so you could test your pressure here, or if you in a case where you were pulling a vacuum. So I'm thinking perhaps one reason, or maybe a reason, that this is located in the front here as opposed to on the back side, because if you cut it off on the back side, then you have no pressure save when the handle is actually turned to the on position. So perhaps the reason it's on the front side is it has pressure. As long as this is connected, it may have pressure at all times, whether the valve may be on or off. So, but on the valve stem, one would want it off, so you terminate so you don't lose refrigerant here. So again, just a quick recap. Connect the core removal tool to the Schrader valve, which would look something along this lines. And then again, there's another one in the back, but then this plunger comes out. So one removes the plunger, pulls the plunger back, and after turning counterclockwise to remove the Schrader valve comes out with it. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck. If it does, you may have to, I'm not sure, a little trick. Perhaps you could throttle this for a second, give it a little pressure, and maybe it may push it. But hopefully it just comes out, and then you pull it out. When you pull it out to a certain extent, close this, and then you can undo this and change it. But this either charging or pressure port or vacuum port here could be used, and I'm thinking the reason it's in the front is perhaps to keep pressure at all times. So it would you need to keep continuous pressure on it if you're working on it. Say for instance, if you're pulling a vacuum or somewhat thereabouts. But if you're pulling a vacuum, this would need to be open anyway. But I'm thinking that this needs to be open position, and then your gauge would be hooked up. I mean, your yellow line would be hooked up here, and your tank back here, your vacuum pump. Not the tank, the vacuum pump. But here, if you were testing the pressure, see, the pressure would continue to remain whatever the pressure of the system gives you at this point. But then if let's just take this valve and hypothetically say it were in the back. Well, when this is cut off, then you have no way to technically check the pressure or whatnot. So perhaps maybe this may be the reason whoever designed it towards the front, which to me is just a very genius idea. So, but anyway, location of the charging or the vacuum port or the port to determine the PSIG of the system if it's connected onto this side port here. And again, this side port, kind of replaces this port, because this is connected here. The pressure comes through here. Now, if one did not have this valve core removal and they were just hooking their gauges up to the system, they would forget this and they would just connect it to a port something along the lines of here, but it would be sitting right here in the front without this on it. So hope this helps, and thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.